Oh hey, we're back with a quick one today because we have a little sort of a game breaker snapshot here as we take a look at this game. I just played it and we're going back to move 144. And at this point in the game, let's just take a look and see kind of what's what. I'm playing as black and we have a nice chunk of territory up here in the upper left. We got a little corner to ourselves there in the right. We got a small little group over here on the bottom, or sorry, left-hand side. And then we got this group along the bottom there as well. So it's nothing crazy. And if we check the score here, the computer says white is up by 2.6 points. So it's a very even game. And at this point, we've kind of done a lot of our attacking. The big moves are all gone from the board. White just played down here. It kind of gave up Sente. Because I don't really need to respond. I could play here and block him, but it's not urgent. So what would you do next in this case? And just looking at the board and white's groups and what we can attack, or maybe what we can defend, but specifically we're going to look to attack here. Like I said, it's basically even, so if we can steal some territory, we can flip the script on this game and win it. So where does white look weak? Well, my first impression is kind of up here. This little space up there is pretty open. There's definitely some weak points here. He's got another point there. This stone is a little bit in no man's land. I can maybe slice through here and cut him off. So there's room to attack in there. I do also have a weak point myself right here because this group of black stones is not yet connected, so I need to protect that point. And white also has the potential to kind of push up this way and maybe pressure these two and maybe work his way in here. So this is kind of up for grabs, this little area. And the other spot, I mean, this is pretty loose over here. This isn't really worth attacking. There's only a couple points there. If anything, I'm a little weak up here. This was an important point for me to capture, which I got later in the game, but just to stop white, along that edge there. But the other one that I want to bring up is down here in this lower left-hand corner. White's a little bit weak, right? This stone is a little weak. This stone is very weak. And then this group here is not really connected here. So there's a cutting point here. So this is potentially exploitable. So how do we attack it? Well, what do we got here? My next play then. So white, like I said, just played over here. But we're going to shift focus because we don't need to respond to that right away. So what do? We're going to play here at E3 and take this. We're basically threatening to cut through here, right? We sort of want to force our opponent to think that we're going to attack this group and this group. That's what it looks like I'm doing. But also I'm kind of attacking this group, right? So what does white do to respond? Well, blocks me in, as you would imagine. That makes total sense. However, with the next play, this is the one. This is kind of the game breaker move. Move 147, we jumped out. Instead of playing, here, or, this wouldn't really make sense here. This was the obvious play, playing here, because then it's like, oh, maybe I can target this stone, but then white would just block me in, and I don't think it would amount to much. But by playing here, it's kind of thrown this corner into a little bit of chaos, because now white has to respond, right? Because if he doesn't do anything, I can either go here and put the stone into Atari downwards, or I play at the bottom, Atari him up, and then I can play here and kill this stone. So what does white do? He kind of plays an ultra safe move, thinking, oh, well, I'll just go in this way and cut you off, and then I'll be able to capture that stone. But it's not what happened, because we did get that free Atari now. So now white has to respond. He links up. And sure, we're going to go here and put this stone into Atari. We're going to lose this stone, because he's probably going to attack that next, right? So what happens? No, he attacks this one instead. But then I get the kill, and then all of a sudden his group down here, looking a little bit risky, right? What do we got? He's going to try and save it from that side. He's doing kind of a Hail Mary attack over here. That didn't pan out. We'll be able to kill that group off. We're not in any danger. And now he's started to form this up. Like, this stone's an Atari, but that's fine. I'll be able to kill that. But is he going to be able to get two eyes in there? I don't think so. Not now. And he actually abandons it completely. I'd take one more play in there just for safe measure. And all of a sudden, we've killed off this group, this stone, and we have fully taken the bottom of the board all the way around to there. That's what ends up being our territory, which is a huge win. Considering that it was an even game, we did not have an advantage. Now, let's estimate the score. Black by 26. So we just got a 26-point advantage by attacking this corner and this little weak spot over here. And ended up winning the game by, roughly 30 points. So it completely swung the momentum of this game into our advantage and into our favor, and we got a win out of it. And it was a fun match. It was 13Q versus 13Q, so even game. So it's always fun to beat, people that are sort of evenly ranked. Feels good. Pretty satisfying. Especially with a kind of a cool, fun little attack like that. It was a little sneaky, right? He didn't really see it coming because he could have, I don't know, he could have played here maybe. I could have gone for the double Atari. He would have saved this run. Then I could have gone here. I'd kill this group, and I'd take the whole thing anyway. So it kind of worked out. There's a few different variations on how that could have played out, I think. But in the end, worked out to our advantage, and you gotta love that. So we'll wrap it up there, but sometimes just get sneaky with your attacks. I wanted to show that one off because it was kind of a fun little a sneaky attack late into the game. 140 something moves in. We were super even. It was a dead heat at that point. But that set the tone for the next 50, 60 moves, and we won the game. So fun one. We'll leave it there, and thanks for watching. As always, let's go.